Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown 205 Live results from the 21st of May. Birthdays for the 21st, Chris Benoit, 1967. Kota Ibushi, 1982. Brian Pillman on the 22nd, 1962. Scott Putski, 1966. Daniel Bryan, 1981. Tracy Brooks, 1975, Joe Kofi, 1988, Alex Shelley, 1983, and rounding out birthdays for the 23rd is Bray Wyatt. Daniel Rodimer turned 41, and former WCW star Cyclope turned 48. After Monday night's post-Money in the Bank edition of Raw went off the air on the USA Network, the action continued inside the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. The post-show dark main event saw WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins team up with his former Shield buddy Roman Reigns to defeat the team of Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley in tag team action. Told you if I didn't find it last night, I'd find it by tonight. Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon held a talent meeting backstage at the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut before Money in the Bank pay-per-view earlier on Sunday. According to F4W Online, the speech by Stephanie was described as mostly the same rah-rah type of speech that WWE officials give from time to time. Only notable item is that they directly address all elite wrestling as competition to the company. After pushing the WWE brand hard with the usual social media and YouTube stats and the idea of having 1 billion followers, they also said they are having to compete with video games, movies, over streaming services, and now AEW. Newsweek has published part 2 of their new interview with AJ Styles, conducted this week following his loss to Universal Champion Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank from Sunday. AJ, who signed a new WWE contract back in mid-March, indicated that he plans on finishing up his career with WWE. And he said by saying, quote, "I can tell you that this contract that I've signed is my last," Styles said, unquote. This is another quote. "This is perfect place for me to be. It's family oriented. I have no problem taking my family to the shows. It's a PG product, which I enjoy. I'm in the best place I can be for my career," unquote. Speaking of AEW mention, it's interesting and could be a sign that WWE officials are really worried about the new company, because in the past, when similar speeches have been given, there have never been any other company mentioned, especially as competition. Speaking of AEW, Ty Dillinger, formerly of WWE, signed with AEW. On Sunday's edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer provided the latest update on the condition of the goddess of WWE, none other than Alexa Bliss. According to the longtime editor of Wrestling Observer newsletter, Bliss appears to be dealing with concussion. And undisclosed has become a euphemism for concussion, said Meltzer during the show. That doesn't mean for sure that it's a concussion, although it's been reported by several people that it's a concussion, and certainly that would be the one you'd expect. And she did throw up after taking a bad bump, and that often also means concussion. And she just got recently cleared in her first match back. Also noted, WWE has announced Nikki Cross as a replacement for Bliss had replaced her for the Money in the Bank. According to Meltzer, Cross was always on the sidelines waiting in case she was needed to fill in for Bliss. And as things turned out, she needed to be called up to fill in. Bliss took to Twitter on Saturday to comment on the rumors regarding her condition. "My career is just fine," wrote Bliss by her official Twitter page. Thank you for your concerns, though." WWE issued a statement in response to allegations made by lawyer Konstantin Kairos, who has represented several former WWE superstars in concussion lawsuits against the company, including the late Ashley Masaro. Kairos has published an affidavit by Masaro that includes her allegations on how she was treated while with the company. Masaro alleged that she was sexually assaulted while visiting troops with WWE in Kuwait back in 2006. Masaro alleged that she was drugged and raped by a man posing as a U.S. Army doctor while in Kuwait on a tour of U.S. military base. She said she was examined by a WWE doctor after returning from the trip and that the doctor reported the incident to WWE officials. Masaro alleged that WWE officials called her into a meeting to apologize and to persuade her that it would be the best not to report it to appropriate authorities. You can read all of her claims in the full affidavit via PDF by going to WWE.com yourself and reading it. WWE's statement to the media in response to the allegations reads, WWE is saddened by the death of Ashley Masaro, and we reiterate our condolences to her family. However, we regret that her attorney, Konstantin Kairos, who filed multiple cases against WWE, lost all of them and was sanctioned multiple times by the court for repeated misconduct and false allegations. He is using Ashley's death to further his malicious campaign against WWE by releasing an affidavit that she submitted to the court and later apologized to WWE for being involved with. So we wish to make certain things crystal clear. At no time was Vince McMahon or the management of WWE ever informed by Ashley Masaro or anybody else that she had been sexually assaulted, drugged, or raped, or sodomized by a military doctor with a nurse standing guard while on a goodwill tour in 2007 to U.S. military bases in Kuwait. In fact, if she ever articulated such a claim to WWE, we would have reported it immediately to the base commander. At no time there ever was a meeting with Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, John Laurinaitis, or any other company executives in which he told them of such a claim and was instructed to keep it quiet. WWE recently revealed that Masaro emailed them back in October, a month after the lawsuit was dismissed, to apologize for joining the lawsuit. Below is a full statement with excerpts from Masaro's email. Long after he actually filed an affidavit, which WWE only learned of the contents after she passed away. Ashley sent an email to WWE on October 20th, 2018, approximately 1 month after the court dismissed all claims against WWE and sanctioned the lawyer who brought the suit against WWE, Konstantin Kairos, for repeated misconduct, including pursuing false allegations, and a number of excerpts from her letter to WWE. I love WWE. You all were my family the whole time I was there. The lawsuit got out of control very fast. I had been roped in by a lawyer representing the others. I apologize that I was part of this class action suit and knew it was a bad idea, but was convinced by the lawyer, and I want to acknowledge that I should have contacted you guys before agreeing to be involved. I was basically poached. But I accept my part of the responsibility and just want to formally apologize and express my regrets. You all changed my life, and I couldn't be more grateful. You can express my sincere regret to Vince, Stephanie, Hunter, and Kevin Dunn. Masaro passed away Thursday at the age of 39 after an apparent suicide by hanging, as the official decision has been released, according to TMZ. She would have been 40 this coming weekend. Former WWE champion CM Punk took to Twitter today and joked about fans speculating on him signing with All Elite Wrestling. Responding to a fan who had tweeted a screenshot from a 2015 tweet Punk made, he wrote, OMG, AEW confirmed. As we've noted, there has been speculation on Punk making his AEW debut at Double or Nothing on Saturday night in Las Vegas. But Punk will be busy in Coachella, California, doing announcer work for the Cage Fury Fighting Championship MMA event. The event airs on UFC Fight Pass and takes place at 6 p.m. local time from Coachella, California, which is around 300 miles from Las Vegas. Reported by Dave Meltzer on late April edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, the AEW president, Tony Khan, originally had Punk in mind as the wrestler to start the company with. Meltzer noted that Punk was Khan's first pick for AEW, long before Y2J, Chris Jericho, or the Young Bucks. Punk's related tweets from the afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, including his comment on AEW's Luchasaurus. Circumstance, Adam Cirque, yo tell, at CM Punk, to chill. Well, CM Punk replied at CM Punk, OMG, AEW confirmed. On the final road to Double or Nothing, it was announced that who will be the first contenders for the AEW World Championship at this link. The first will be the winner of the Casino Battle Royale on this Sunday's The Buy-In pre-show. The other will be the winner of Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho match. Those two contenders will then meet at a later date for the title. Following wrestlers have been announced for the Casino Battle Royale. Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Brian Pillman Jr., Glacier, Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Private Party, and Sean Spears, who was recently signed as well. In the retirement of Kurt Angle, after his retirement, Angle has done some acting and is in the movie Chasing Molly, as they have a Habit on Demand, and he plays a drug kingpin, Mr. Black, in the new raunchy independent comedy called Chasing Molly. WWE announced that Raw superstar Ruby Riott underwent right shoulder surgery earlier this week to repair a bilateral injury, and can be found at this link for proof of that. No word yet on when Riott will be able to return to action, but WWE noted that she will be undergoing her other shoulder for the same injury at a later date. That's your bilateral. Riott lost to Dana Brooke on April 22nd. WWE main event tapings before Raw. She hasn't been used much since the Riott Squad split up in the 2019 Superstar Shakeup. Riott's currently out of action after going her first surgery to repair the bilateral injury on her right shoulder. She will be undergoing surgery for the same at a later date on her left shoulder. Hall of Famer Tori Wilson, Gail Kim, Mickie James, Christy Hemme, Maria Kanellis, Shelly Martinez, and several other women who worked with Ashley Masaro in WWE have launched a new GoFundMe campaign to help Ashley's daughter, Alexa, with her education costs. And you can see a YouTube message at this link from the former WWE superstars at the link, known as the Squared Circle Sisters. Campaign can be found at another link, and so far have raised $7,294 of a $100,000 goal as of this video, with 101 people in 6 hours. Masaros passed away this past Thursday at the age of 39 in apparent suicide hanging. She would have been 40 this coming Sunday. The message on GoFundMe account reads like this: We, the Square Circle Sisters, who had the amazing honor of working with Ashley Masaro in WWE, have come together to honor Ashley's memory and to create light and hope in the wake of tragedy. We all knew and loved Ashley and her beautiful spirit. Her smile radiated the entire locker room and arenas everywhere. We also get to know Ashley's incredible daughter, Alexa. As our way to show Lexi she is not alone. We have started this GoFundMe campaign to unite us all and show Lexi and her family our love. Every dollar raised will go into an official New York State 529 college savings plan, technical schools, vocational schools, and career colleges all included, to provide for Lexi's continued education, which would have made Ashley so proud and happy. We invite you to please watch the video we put together and join us by contributing to the cause. Let's keep Ashley's memory alive now and forever. Ashley, thanks you for touching our souls and being you. Lexi, please stay strong and know you can reach out to any of us for support. You are not alone. We love you. Your Square Circle Sisters. And at Tory 11, my Square Circle Sisters and I are banding together to make a difference in someone's life. The person most affected by the loss of her mom at Ashley Masaro 11. And you can go to the GoFundMe link at this one. This is the first one by Tori. And she also said, I invite anyone that she has touched the heart to help us, please. At Gail Kim, it's me. Hey everyone, all of us girls are sisters of wrestling. Have set up a GoFundMe account for Ashley Masaro 11's daughter, Lexi. Please spread the word and continue donating at this link. The amazing women who worked with Ashley Masaro at WWE have set up for her daughter's education. Please consider donating or sharing through this link. As well as Mick Foley posted a link as well. I think that was Mick Foley's link there. Former WWE superstar Ashley Masaro was found hanging in an apparent suicide, according to multiple sources who have spoke with TMZ Sports. So it's confirmed. Also noted, Dolph Ziggler returned to WWE on last night's SmackDown and attacked Kofi Kingston, WWE champion, to set up their match at Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia. And here's a post-show video of Kathy Kelly trying to get a word from Kofi, who officially accepted the challenge. The man who played the imposter Big E at the beginning of the opening segment with the New Day was WWE producer Tamario Thomas. You can find him on Twitter at Friendly Banter. A few shots of Big E on tonight's show, which will be at this link. At Friendly Banter said, we couldn't find him, and I made an executive decision. He's going to help himself. The dark match before tonight's SmackDown from the Dunkin' Donut Center in Providence, Rhode Island, saw Heavy Machinery defeat the team of Jinder Mahal and Shelton Benjamin. SmackDown opened up with Shane McMahon backstage on the phone. Elias walked in and apologized for what happened with Roman Reigns at the Money in the Bank, making excuses for the squash. Elias says Shane and his entire family deserve better. Elias says he's now looking forward to Super Showdown and will be in Shane's corner for the match against Reigns. Shane says he doesn't need anyone in his corner because he doesn't need help. But Shane will be in Elias' corner for tonight's match with Reigns because Elias does need help. Elias says he's going to wait for Reigns now. Live from Dunkin' Donut Center in Providence, Rhode Island, Tom Phillips welcomes us. Chimed in Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. A Becky Lynch versus Stephanie McMahon match has been reportedly suggested for SummerSlam 2019. As they play a video, now playing Becky Lynch versus Stephanie McMahon match has been reportedly suggested for SummerSlam 2019. Ric Flair's son-in-law, Conrad Thompson, addresses rumors of Flair being hospitalized. Vince McMahon reportedly very high on WWE star Mandy Rose. Roman Reigns unable to greet fans in Cape Town. And Roman returning to Raw this Monday. Old post. We got a ring out comes New Day, Xavier, and Kofi. Tom confirms Sami Zayn versus Kofi for tonight. Kofi said tonight is a special night. Woods hypes up Big E with a grand introduction for his return from out of action for 6 weeks. They bring out Big E under a cover and takes it off, but it's not Big E, despite pancake tossing. The crack jokes on this guy and send him packing. Hits to the back. Woods and Kofi finally bring out the real Big E for a pop. New Day hits the ring for some comedy as fans cheer them on. Woods mentions how Big E isn't cleared to wrestle yet. Big E talks about how he's missed his brothers and he's missed the WWE Universe. They also joke about some of Big E's Twitter activity. Kofi says he's supposed to be serious now because they want him to be serious. Fans boo when Kofi mentions Brock Lesnar winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. They also mention Kofi's win over Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view. They go on, but the music interrupts. Out comes Owens to the stage. Owens stands on the stage with a microphone. Music immediately hits, and out comes Zayn. He calls all of this a bunch of nonsense. New Day continues railing on Owens and Sammy until Owens walks off to the back. Sammy rants on the New Day and accuses them of contributing to the toxic culture. Wood starts interrupting Zayn with a trombone as he tries to speak. Bump, 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 every time he speaks. Fans interrupt for a chant from New Day. Sammy says he speaks for Owens as well when he says the New Day's night will not end in fun. Sammy says he's going to beat Kofi in front of these trash people, as he will be lucky to walk away at all. Kofi tells Sammy not to let the hip swiveling and the pancakes fool him because the New Day throws down when it's time to. Kofi says he's going to walk out on his own 2 feet and he's going to walk right through Sammy. Biggie gets the crowd hyped up one more time as the New Day music hits. Sammy talks more trash from the ramp as they end the segment. Still to come, segment, Elias versus Roman. Also Becky Lynch and Bayley versus Lacey Evans and Charlotte. As you get the ruling again for this. We see Carmella backstage. Drake Maverick asks if she's seen WWE 24/7 champion R-Truth. But according to her, she hasn't. He has wanted flyers looking for Truth. Carmella asks Apollo if he's seen Truth, but he hasn't. He's looking for him too. Carmella stops someone wearing a bad blonde wig and asks if they've seen Truth. It's him, of course. Carmella pulls him into a room and tells him he has a bad disguise. Truth, confused as usual, thinks he has 7 more hours to go before the title belongs to him for good, because it's 24/7 title. Carmella explains the rules to him. Truth begs for help, and she agrees to. They walk off together. She tears a wanted flyer off the wall. First match on SmackDown, Ali versus Andrade. We go to the ring. Out comes Ali. We'll see a few shots of him in action during the Money in the Bank ladder match from Sunday, as he did the botch job, as he should have been your champion. As we go to commercial. Back for the ring, Andrade is out with Zelina. The bell rings and they lock up. They go out in the corner as the referee warns them. Of course, they got to break the 5 count. Andrade counters and poses on the ropes, while Vega poses on the apron. Andrade gets sent to the floor, and Ali catches him with a knee. Andrade comes back in and clothesline Ali for a 2 count. Andrade keeps control with a chop against the ropes. Ali counters the move and spikes Andrade head first into the mat. Ali with a 2 count. Vega ends up on the apron to provide a distraction, allowing Andrade to level Ali as we go back to commercial. Back to the ring, Ali plants Andrade with a big DDT. Andrade rolls to the floor to avoid the pinfall, a breather. Ali runs the ropes and hits the suicide dive, taking Andrade down on the outside. Ali runs the ropes again and leaps out again, taking Andrade back down for a pop. Andrade returns to the ring and Ali eventually follows up, but Andrade knocks him from the apron into the barrier as he sells it real good as the referee checks on. As he's wearing that tape across his shoulders, back of his shoulders, Ali makes it back to the ring right before the 9 count. Andrade goes right to work on him, focusing on the injured back. Andrade with a series of suplexes, they end up on the floor again. Andrade rams Ali back to the ring post. Andrade tosses Ali over into the timekeeper's area. Andrade returns to the ring and tells the referee to start counting. Ali makes it in before the 10 count after collapsing at ringside. Vega is frustrated. Andrade stomps away on Ali as he enters the ring. Andrade with running double knees in the corner for his close 2 count. Vega barks at Andrade and the referee for the count, showing frustration. Fans try to rally for Ali. Ali counters and takes Andrade down with a pin out of nowhere for the win. Schoolboy roll up. After the match, Ali retreats up the ramp to recover as the music starts up. Vega joins Andrade in the ring. Still to come segment, Sami Zayn versus Kofi. Elias versus Roman. Plus Becky and Bayley versus Lacey and Charlotte. We see Carmella backstage again with R-Truth. He's now wearing makeup with the wig. Truth says he feels like something is missing from the look. She hands him a bra, and it's awfully dang big. It's so big you can stretch it out and get a first down with it. And he says he needs help opening it because he's always had trouble getting them open. Mandy Rose versus Carmella was up next. We go to ring. Out comes Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville as Greg Hamilton does the ring introductions. Back to commercial. Back for the ring, and Tom shows us video package on how Lars Sullivan destroyed the Lucha House Party at Money in the Bank. We go to the ring. Out comes Carmella with the 24/7 champion, R-Truth. Still dressed as a woman, but with the title around his waist. The bell rings and they go at it. Carmella gets the upper hand, and Rose ends up on the floor regrouping with Deville and Carmella. As Carmella talks trash from the ring, she comes back in and Carmella drops Rose with a kick to the face. Deville gets on the apron, but Carmella yanks her into the ring. Rose comes from behind while Carmella is dealing with Deville and attacks. A bunch of superstars, including the B-Team and Matt Hardy, come running down the ramp and into the ring chasing Truth. The referee calls for the bell. No winner as it's ruled a no contest. After the match, superstars chase Truth away. He dropped Carmella at ringside. We see the group chasing Truth off through the arena. Kayla Braxton backstage with SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. She asked her about the big win on Sunday. Bayley says it was a brutal night, but she would do it again in a heartbeat. She goes on about proving the doubters wrong. Kayla asks about Bayley, the champion, versus Bayley the hugger. Bayley says she's moved past the hugs, and she wants everyone in the locker room to bring their best. We see Carmella and R-Truth running backstage. They run into the women's locker room, and we hear screams. Truth continues running with a large group of superstars right behind him. Sami Zayn watches them run by and looks disgusted. We go to commercial. Back from the ring, we see Elias outside playing his guitar, waiting for Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn versus Kofi Kingston. We go to the ring, out comes Sami. Camera cuts backstage to Big E down, clutching his knee. Nobody was seen beating him down. Xavier Woods is checking on him. As Kofi has also come over momentarily. Big E says Kevin Owens did this to him. Referees come over to check on Big E as Woods tells Kofi to go handle Sami. We go back to the arena and out comes Kofi running to the ring for a non-title action. Bell rings and they go at it. Kofi unloads, but Sami turns around early on. Sami sends Kofi out of the ring and ends up sending him into the barrier. Sami brings Kofi back into the ring and works him over. Kofi finally hits a missile drop kick out of the corner. Sami ends up on the outside as the referee counts. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Sami hits a big superplex on Kofi. Tom says Big E has been taken to a local medical facility and Woods went with him. Sami crawls over for a 2 count on Kofi. Sami waits for Kofi to get up and goes for the haluva kick, but Kofi flies out of the corner and unloads. Kofi counters again and lands a big shot as fans pop. Kofi rallies the crowd up. Sami ducks Trouble in Paradise. Kofi counters the Blue Thunder Bomb. Connects with Trouble in Paradise for the win. After the match, Kofi takes the title and raises it in the corner as the music hits. We go to replays. So to come segment, Bayley and Becky versus Charlotte and Lacey. Paul Heyman suddenly appears on the ramp with Brock Lesnar's Money in the Bank briefcase. No Brock there yet, taunting Kofi Kingston as he continues his celebration in the ring. No sign of Lesnar. Kofi tells Heyman to have Lesnar bring it. Making his return, Dolph Ziggler suddenly attacks from behind and unloads. Possibly is Ziggler under Heyman's deal now, just in case Brock leaves. Ziggler mounts Kofi's back and beats him up as the fans booing. Ziggler then drags Kofi to the corner and manhandles him, bending his body over the turnbuckles and gouging at his face. Kofi falls to the floor. Ziggler launches Kofi over the announce table and then grabs a steel chair. Ziggler puts the chair around Kofi's head and then sends him head first into the side of the announce table. Fans boo as Ziggler stands tall. Referees come out to check on Kofi, ordering Ziggler to the back. Ziggler continues stopping and dropping knees on Kofi while he's down. Ziggler finally walks away as medics come to check on Kofi, putting him on a stretcher. As we see other medics wheeling the stretcher down the ramp. We see a few worried fans in the crowd as others chant for the New Day. Kofi is loaded onto the stretcher. Kofi is wheeled up the ramp right. They get to the ramp. Kofi starts moving, trying to get off the stretcher. Fans chant for Kofi. As he gets off the stretcher, Kofi walks in the back on his own, clutching the WWE title as one of the referees gave it to him as he hits in the back. We go to commercial, and we get the commercial break, and we see what just happened to Kofi and Dolph Ziggler. Tom says Kofi is in the trainer's room, but no one is being allowed in. He hopes to have an update later. Then we see Roman Reigns arriving in the backstage area. He stops and hears Elias playing his guitar. That's more than backstage, it's outside the arena. Elias is sitting on top of a WWE truck, singing a song that takes shots at Roman and people of Providence. Elias sings about Reigns being jealous of him. Elias says it's time to take the big dog for a walk. Roman keeps walking into the arena, and he's not worried. Lacey Evans and Charlotte versus Bayley and Becky. We go back to the ring, and out comes Lacey Evans. She stops at ringside to give her hat to a young fan, of course, female fan. Charlotte was out next. Kayla Braxton backstage with Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Lynch admits that she missed her blue band belt, but at least it's Bayley with the title now. New SmackDown's Women's Champion Bayley appears and says something about becoming Bayley 2 belts. They have some friendly words, and Becky says she's coming for Bayley next. Bayley walks off and heads to the ring for a pop. Bayley was out next. We go to commercial. Back from the break, match is underway. Flair unloads on Bayley and beats her while she's down in the corner. Flair takes advantage of the 5 count by the referee. Evans tags in and slams Bayley's head into the mat. Evans keeps Bayley grounded. Flair and Evans take turns on Bayley, back and forth. Lynch finally tags in when Flair is in. She flies off the top and takes her down. Becky and back and forth. Lynch nails a flying forearm from the middle rope. Then a back stunner to Flair as the fans pop. Flair rocks Lynch with a back elbow and a backbreaker out of the corner. Lynch counters Flair and rocks Evans off the apron. Lynch turns around to a big boot from Flair, and she goes down. Flair pays to the crowd for some boos. Lynch blocks the figure 4 attempt and rolls Flair up for a 2 count. Flair with a pin attempt of her own. Lynch ends up applying this armor, but Evans breaks up the pinfall, or breaks up the submission. Nails the woman's right as the referee didn't see it. Bayley tags in and knocks Evans off the apron. Flair is eagle. Bayley rolls her up out of nowhere for the pin to win. Winner match, Bayley and Becky. After the match, Bayley goes to the floor as Flair stares her down from the ring as the music hits. Lynch joins Bayley at ringside with their titles. We see Carmella and R-Truth running through the backstage area again. Truth is begging her to get him out of there. B-Team's Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas attack him and argue over the pin. As Bo has him pinned and Axel pulls him off. Truth takes advantage and runs off with Carmella as they follow. Still to come second, Reigns versus Elias. Back commercial. Back from the break, and we get Sarah Schreiber stops to talk to Dolph Ziggler, asking him why he returned. Ziggler says, that's an honest question that deserves an honest answer. But he's not going to give it to her. He's going to give it to all of them, the fans. Ziggler walks off to the ring. Ziggler takes the mic and comes to the stage. He says he would boo him too. He says this goes back to when Ollie went down and Kobe Kingston stepped it up to knock it out of the park. But it should have been him. Ziggler goes on about how Kobe finally became an overnight success after 11 years. Ziggler said it should have been him. Fans start giving him the what treatment now as Ziggler goes on ranting about how he should have been in Kobe's spot. Ziggler says that's why he did what he did. He had to. He had no other choice. Ziggler says he's going to beat Kobe for the title at WWE Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia because he has to. Ziggler screams about how people will love and respect him after he wins at Super Showdown. Ziggler says it should have been him one last time. He drops the mic and walks off. Like a pipe bomb. Announces hype Super Showdown from Saudi Arabia and says that's a video package for Triple H versus Randy Orton singles match. More matches added. Roman Reigns versus Elias. We go to the ring for tonight's main event. Out comes Shane McMahon. He introduces SmackDown's greatest talent acquisition. Out comes Elias. Elias plays some on the guitar as we see Roman backstage walking. Back to commercial. Back from the ring, Reigns makes his way out. They go at it and brawl around ringside, and Shane watches. Reigns takes control and warns Shane as Reigns brings it back in, but Elias rocks him with a low kick that the referee doesn't see. Reigns gets a 2 count. Elias launches Reigns into the corner, and he hits the ring post, falling out to the floor. Elias follows and decks Reigns while he's down. Elias stands tall as fans boo. We go back to commercial. Back from the break, Reigns drops Elias with a big shot. Reigns with more shots in the corner as fans count along. Reigns drops Elias with a big boot. Reigns calls for a Superman punch, but Shane grabs his leg. Elias takes advantage and hits a jumping knee in the corner. Reigns turns around in the corner and rocks Elias again. Reigns with another big shot while Elias is on top. Elias slides out of a Samoan drop attempt. Elias turns that into a big sit-down powerbomb for a close 2 count in the middle of the ring. Reigns blocks a drift away and hits a big headbutt. Reigns fights Elias off, but Elias lands another big knee. Reigns fires back with a Superman punch. Reigns covers with a pin, but Shane pulls Elias' boot on the bottom rope. Reigns goes out and hits a drive-by on Shane. Elias takes advantage and beats Reigns around the ring. Elias brings it back into the ring and hits a big flying elbow jump, but Reigns kicks out at 2. Referee is distracted by Shane, allowing Elias to expose a turnbuckle. Shane brings Elias' guitar over to the ring, again distracting the referee. Reigns blocks the attempt by Elias' guitar and nails a spear. Reigns covers for the pin and win. After the match, Shane immediately enters the ring and beats Reigns down. Reigns comes back and drops Shane with a Superman punch. Reigns suddenly turns around to a big Claymore kick for Drew McIntyre. Fans boo as Drew gets down in Reigns' face. Shane stands tall over Reigns and raises Drew's arm as SmackDown goes off the air. 205 Live starts up with Vic Joseph from Nigel McGuinness and Aiden English welcoming us to another edition of 205 Live from Providence, Rhode Island. They hype the evening's main event, a fatal 5-way bout to determine the number 1 contender. Competitors include Brian Kendrick, Akira Tozawa, Mike Kanellis, Ari DeBerry, and One Lorcan. The Singh brothers make their way out to the ring for the opening match, tag action. They get on the microphone and yell to the crowd, "It's Bollywood time." Then they say it's definitely not Lucha time because Lars Sullivan destroyed the Lucha House Party. They tell the referee to begin counting so they can achieve victory by countout. General Manager Drake Maverick comes out. He says that the Lucha House Party will not be in attendance here tonight. However, he's not going to deny the WWE Universe for Cruiserweight Tag Team competition. He has new opponents for the Singhs to face. Jack Gallagher is out first, followed by his partner, Humberto Carrillo. The Singh brothers versus Jack and Humberto. Carrillo and Sunil begin the match, tie up, headlock from Sunil. He bounces him off the ropes, shoulder block. Sunil faces the crowd, but Carrillo keeps up. Carrillo with a headlock this time. He takes Sunil down with a big shoulder block of his own. Then shows off some athleticism with his elevated Trouble in Paradise, followed by a springboard elbow. Gallagher tags in. He targets Sunil's left hand and begins with the joint manipulation. Gallagher with a signature headstand in the corner. He ties Sunil up, double stomp to the back. Carrillo tags back in. Springboard arm drag. Samir makes a blind tag, and the Singh brothers take advantage by ganging up on Carrillo and dropping him with a lariat. Quick tags from Sunil and Samir in the corner. They wear Carrillo down with stomps, double suplex from the Singhs. They're in complete control right now. Carrillo gets to his feet for a comeback, but Samir throws him down with a drop kick. Sunil tags in. Climbs up the middle rope, axe handle. Sunil plays in the crowd again. Carrillo with a roll up for a 2 count. He drops Carrillo again. Samir's back in. Irish whip attempt, but Carrillo reversed it. Carrillo to his corner. He makes a hot tag. Gallagher comes in on fire. Huge lariat to Samir. He knocks Sunil off the apron. Standing vertical suplex from Gallagher to Sunil. He goes for the pin. Kick out. Gallagher applies a single leg crab to Samir. Sunil blindly tags in and decapitates Gallagher with another lariat. Double super kick by the Singhs. Carrillo breaks up the pinfall. Gallagher gets sucker punched near the ropes by Samir, and Sunil rolls him up. Another kick out. All 4 men in the ring. Carrillo nails Samir with the Aztec press. It's over with. It's pinfall. Promo from Mike and Maria. Mike says that tonight is not about showcasing anything. Tonight he plans on witnessing the destruction of Brian Kendrick and Akira Tozawa's friendship. Maria jumps in. Tonight my husband will show you all why he is the best that 205 Live has to offer. Oni Lorcan says that he will prove why he belongs as the division's top champion. He adds, this is the type of fight I like. Commercial for NXT and Super Showdown. Commentary team shows an Instagram post from Drew Gulak and wonder what's going through the mind of the submission specialist. Main event time, Akira Tozawa was out first, followed by Mike and Maria. Brian Kendrick and Oni Lorcan, the former challenger, Ari Daivari, is out last. Daivari is interviewed before he makes his way to the ring. He says that what happened at Money in the Bank was a total fluke. Tony Nese may think I'm in his rear view window, but we ain't done yet. Here we go. Ari Daivari versus Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick versus Mike Kanellis versus Oni Lorcan, number one contenders match. Kanellis slipped out of the ring as Oni and Daivari go at it. Tozawa and Kendrick clear the ring. Tandem offense from Tozawa and Kendrick. They double suplex to Daivari. They hit Lorcan with a double hip toss. Tozawa and Kendrick left alone. They tie up. Daivari and Kanellis attack from behind and pound them to the mat. Lorcan, who was knocked out of the ring, keeps getting hit back to the ringside. Backstage, Tony Nese watches to see who his next challenger will be. Lorcan finally makes his way back into the ring. He shots Daivari to the outside. As Lorcan goes for a suicide dive, Daivari cuts him off with a big right hand at the ropes. Back inside the ring, Tozawa drops Daivari with a fake out left jab. Tozawa climbs for the senton. Daivari crotch chops him. Lorcan out of nowhere, but Daivari super kicks him. He then slams Tozawa onto Lorcan. Kendrick in now. Daivari ties him up for the hammerlock lariat. As Kendrick transitions into the bully choke, Lorcan breaks it up. Kendrick puts him in the bully choke again as well. Kanellis breaks it up. Super kick to Lorcan. Kanellis and Lorcan lay into each other with stiff chops to the chest. Lorcan wins the exchange. He goes for a running uppercut. But Kanellis catches him with a spine buster. Covers. Lorcan kicks out. Kanellis tracks off Lorcan. He gets slapped in the face for his troubles. Running blockbuster by Lorcan. Kendrick is in. Lorcan takes him out with a half suplex. Daivari and Kanellis team up on Lorcan, but this time he gets the better of them with a double blockbuster. They fall to the outside. Trouble on Hilo from Lorcan. Tozawa with a suicide dive back in the ring. Tozawa with a missile drop kick. Daivari goes for the hammerlock lariat again, but Tozawa ducks under and hits a snap German suplex. All five men are in the ring. It's chaos. Kanellis climbs to the top with Kendrick for a superplex. Tower of Doom spot. Daivari out of nowhere with a frog splash onto Kendrick. He just gets a shoulder up. The ring gets clear. Tozawa traps Kanellis in the octopus stretch. Maria jumps on the apron to distract Tozawa. Kanellis with a roll up. Daivari breaks up the pin. Daivari with a sunset flip, but Tozawa rolls through. PK to Daivari's face. Punt kick. Tozawa climbs again. Daivari meets him up there for a superplex. Tozawa blocked it. He clubs Daivari. Gourd buster. Kanellis takes Daivari's place and pulls Tozawa to the apron. He goes for a running boot. Tozawa German suplexes him onto the apron. Daivari and Tozawa go at it again. Trouble in paradise. Tozawa to the top. Senton lands. Covers. Kendrick breaks up the pin. Tozawa stares at Kendrick. Kendrick offers a handshake. Tozawa instead hits a forearm. Back and forth striking. Flying crossbody takes both men down. Every man hits his finisher. Tozawa rolls up Daivari and got him for the pinfall. Winner, new number one contender, Akira Tozawa. Tozawa and Kendrick embrace afterwards, showing each other a sign of respect. Highlights of the bout were shown replays. Backstage, Nese looks on in approval. That's the show, my friends. Dark match main event after 205 Live from the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Saw WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The Iconics retain over Asuka and Kairi Sane by DQ. That concludes my results for 205 Live and SmackDown. Thanks again. Peace out. See you on me. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.